want to welcome everybody to tonight's ball game. We're at the Richland Rebels Gymnasium. We'll be bringing you the Gideon Bulldogs and the Richland Rebels. I'm Bill Hampton. Ed Gargis will be joining me in just a moment. Ed's out doing a little PR right now for New Wave Communications, and Tommy Jacobs, our sidekick, is ill again tonight. Hopefully he'll be back for our next game. Kim Stokes will be on the camera tonight, and we hope that you sit back and enjoy this game. This game brought to you in part by Allen Christian, A-Plus Medical Equipment, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Shop Historic Downtown Dexter, the attorneys of Welch, Todd and Parker in Malden, and Glenn Sain of Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. I want to tell you the Gideon schools, they come in. Their mascot is the Bulldogs. They wear black and gold. They'll be in the dark uniforms tonight. Their superintendent, Dr. David Hollingshead. Assistant Superintendent Susan West. High school principal is Keenan Buchanan. Secretary is Susan Rackley. And the athletic director, Keenan Buchanan. Head basketball coach, first year head coach at Gideon, Daniel Sexton, comes over as an assistant coach from Dexter Bearcats last year. Assistant coach Jim Brees, been at Gideon for a few years and always does a great job. We'll tell you about the cheerleaders. Ed will be up in a minute to tell you about the Gideon cheerleaders. Richland, their mascot is the Rebels. They wear red and gray. They'll be in the white uniforms tonight. Mike Keeney is the superintendent. He'll be joining us at half to talk about their school. High school principal Brian Huckel. Secretary is Miss Addie. And the athletic director is Carmen Seal, head coach. In his second year at Richland, Casey Knight has really turned his program around and works very, very hard. Assistant coach Michael Gleason. And again, Ed will be up here in just a few minutes to tell you about the cheerleading sponsor. We come into this game. Richland comes in with a record of 6 wins, 6 losses. Gideon comes in with a record of 4-6. They're in a rebuilding year. In the JV game just finished, Gideon won that game 67-50. I'm joined by my counterpart here, Ed Gargis. And Ed, welcome to the broadcast booth tonight.
Thank you much. Glad to be here. Looking for an exciting game of basketball. Two evenly paired teams, you think?
Well, I think so, Ed. We saw Gideon and Richland play in the Clarkton Holiday Tournament. And Gideon led throughout the entire game. Richland took the lead with about 40 seconds to go and hung on and won that game by 1 point.
That's correct.
To win the third place. Why don't you give us the cheerleaders for the Gideon Bulldogs first and let our people know who will be cheering for them.
Okay, from Gideon we have, for the seniors, there's Erica Shepard, Andy Woodall, and Cassie Wolverton. From the junior class, there's Chelsea Michael, Sierra Randolph, and Samantha Reinhardt. Sophomore class represented by Christy Sharp. In the freshman class, we've got Brittany Campbell, Tasha Davis, Billy Marshall, Haley Rudd, Brooke Spears, and Ashley Yeager.
And why don't you go ahead and give us the Richland cheerleader? Who is the, did you give the cheerleading sponsor for the Gideon Bulldogs? Mary Landers. They didn't have that down. Mary Landers is the cheerleading sponsor for the Gideon Bulldogs.
Appreciate you covering my tracks there, Bill.
No, I didn't have it down for you. That's my tracks that need to be.
Richland cheerleaders, captain is Amy Jones. She's a senior. And co-captain there is Haley Walters, another senior. Also representing the senior class is Amy Reed. From the junior class, there's Brittany Allen and Kendra Williamson. Sophomore class represented by Kaylee Evans, Taylor DeWitt, Heather Kindred, Tiffany Brown. And the freshmen on the squad this year are Amber Tilley, Macy Dowdy, and Chelsea Bowers. Well, you have to give me the sponsor there if you got it.
All right. The sponsor is Jana Wyman.
Okay.
And I'll try to have that down for you the next time we get there.
I don't know if Tommy's going to let me have it next time or not. He really enjoys his seat number 2 here, so he might be a little more anxious to get back here now that he's heard me on the air.
Well, we miss our buddy Tommy Jacobs. He is like myself. He got ill during that Bloomfield tournament, and I've so far been able to battle it out, and hopefully I'll be able to stay with it. Amber Tilley will be singing the national anthem. She is a freshman, and I've known Amber and her family for many, many years, or quite a few years. Her family raced with us at the Malden Speedway, and Amber's going to start racing this year, is my understanding. So they'll have 4. Her brother Chad is on the he's a senior here at Richland, plays on the team, and then her mom and dad, they raced with us. So they're going to have, I guess, 4 cars racing this year at the Malden Speedway. So get out and watch your racing there at the Malden Speedway. Well, we're just a few minutes from the start of this game, and we'll be back in just a moment with the starting lineups. You're watching high school basketball on Y8C TV.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
How are you doing today?
Doing great, wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
Well, welcome back to the Richland Gym. Referees tonight, Jeff Bloom, Rick Dohan, and Scott Amick. And we'll be meeting the Gideon Bulldogs in just a minute. Again, Gideon Bulldogs come in with a record of 4 wins, 6 losses. Daniel Sexton, the head coach, assisted by Jim Brees. We're going to have the national anthem. Amber Tilley will be singing the national anthem. She's a freshman here at the Richland Schools. Again, that was Miss Amber Tilley, freshman here at Richland School. What a great job and a hard song to sing, and congratulations to her. Well, for the Gideon Bulldogs, they'll be starting number 10, Jake Depro. He's a 5'8 junior. Number 12, Travis Miller, a 5'7 senior. Jared Foster, number 20, a 5'7 senior. Dustin Horad, a 6' senior, wears number 23, and Jordan Boone, a 6'2 senior, wears number 32. The Richland Rebels. Number 10, a 5'11 sophomore, Mikey Latham. Number 14, a 5'11 senior, Nick Harris. Number 20, a 6'2 senior, Landon Miller. Number 22, a 6'1 sophomore, Drew Thornton. And number 32, a 5'10 sophomore, Mac Thornton. Both these teams very young. They're going to have a lot of players back in, and they're both teams in a rebuilding year.
Now, Bill, I was talking to some of the people in the stands before the game, and do I understand correctly that there is a Richland graduate on the Gideon coaching team and a Gideon graduate on the Richland coaching team? Have you heard that? Do you know about that?
That I don't know. I know that Coach Casey Knight went to school at Risco and graduated. Michael Gleason, I think, is from Kentucky.
Okay, well, then maybe I misunderstood.
Okay. Well, jumping center for the Richland Rebels is Drew Thornton. For the Gideon Bulldogs is Jordan Boone. Sit back and enjoy this game. We expect a dandy tonight, folks. We're right here at the Richland Gym, and again, glad that you have joined us on YHC TV, your channel for all high school sports. Boone gets the jump, tips to Horad. Horad quickly over to Foster. Foster back to Boone for three, will not go. Rebounded in there by Depro, and he gets it back out to Foster. Foster swings it around, and Horad from the corner puts it up, will not go. Rushes in, gets his own rebound, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded in there by Landon Miller.
Number 20, yes.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Knight cannot be happy with Gideon getting that many offensive rebounds. Richland not blocking out on their defensive end. Oh, nice inlet pass to Drew Thornton. He puts it up and in. First points of the night. Richland on top, 2-0. Richland a 2-2-1 zone press. Dribbling all the way down the court that time was Travis Miller. Gave off to Horad. He put it up, will not go. Thornton with the rebound.
Mac Thornton bringing the ball down into Drew.
Nick Harris out, down in the corner to Mikey Latham for three. Puts it up,
nice
scores
shot.
it.
Nice shot.
Mikey Latham in the corner for three. Coach Daniel Sexton wants a timeout, so a timeout on the floor with 6:56 to go in the first quarter. It's the Richland Rebels 5, Gideon Bulldogs 0. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Gregory's Creations, fragrant candles and lampe brochet fills the air. Brides are registering for fine china.
Many unique gift ideas and a warm, friendly atmosphere is created at Patricia's Tea Room. Plus, Patricia's Tea Room serves lunch Thursday through Saturday at 11 to 2.
Call J.R. York, attorney at law, if you've been injured by another's negligence, hurt at work, or denied disability. Over 20 years experience. J.R. York, attorney at law. Call 624-7406.
Well, Ed, Richland came out hot.
Yes, they did. As you said, a little slow getting to the offensive or the defensive board, but they rebounded the one, and now they're on it.
Well, Gideon's had some good looks at it. They just hadn't got it to go down yet, and Richland's coming down, and what a nice inlet pass Nick Harris did to Drew Thornton to get that first bucket. Then they just swung it down in the corner to Mikey Latham. Mikey Latham, a sophomore, has got a very soft shot with that left hand, and we saw him against the Camels, and I mean, he just busted. He just knocked him down all night. He did. Richland's backed up now to a 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap. See what the Gideon Bulldogs do with this. They get it into Horad. Horad goes to free throw line over to Boone. Boone puts up an 18-footer, knocks it down. Jordan Boone
sets himself well, doesn't he?
Yes. The way Jordan Boone and Horad go is the way Gideon Bulldogs will go. Gideon will give you 100% hustle. We've got a push-off foul that time. Foul is going to be.
Nick trying to make himself a little space there. Yeah. A little over-aggressive.
Nick Harris that time trying to get a little break and pushed off on one of the Gideon Bulldogs and caught for a push foul. First foul of the game. Boone inbound for the Bulldogs. He kicks the ball back to Foster. Richland in a man-to-man. And you know that they don't want Drew Thornton out front guarding the guard out there, but that's the way they're matched up right now. Miller with the ball. Skips it over to Depro. Depro working on Latham. Ball tipped around. Nice defense that time by the Rebels. Thornton with the ball. Gets it to Harris. Harris in the lane, going to be called for walking. Went just a little fast that time.
Yes, sir.
6:09 to go in this first quarter. It's 5-2. Richland Rebels on top of the Gideon Bulldogs. Foster with the ball for the Bulldogs. Again, Richland in that man-to-man defense. Foster down in the corner to Boone and threw it away. An unforced turnover that time by the Richland Rebels.
Gideon, wasn't it?
I mean, by the Gideon Bulldogs.
I knew what you meant.
Richland's the recipient. I just want to see if our people watching were listening. Mac Thornton with the ball being heavily guarded and takeaway that time by Depro. By Miller, gets it to Depro. He puts it up, cannot get it to go. Latham with the rebound. Richland Rebels running. Down to Drew Thornton. Oh, nice pass that time, too.
Unselfish play there by the big
sure
guy.
was. Drew Thornton to Landon Miller. Puts it up and in. Miller's first two of the game, 7-2. Richland on top with 5:35 to go in this first quarter.
Richland's really coming out fired up and very aggressive, quick movement to the ball. I think they may have a little memory of that Clarkton tournament in their mind.
I think they may have. Foster at time called for a double dribble as Drew Thornton really putting the pressure on. I know that Casey Knight was not happy with his team the way they played, and not taking anything away from the Gideon Bulldogs because they really hustled. But Richland thought they would just come out there and really walk away with that game, and I tell you, they liked the game. Gideon liked to got to win that game.
Yes, they did.
Latham in the corner, out to Harris. Harris driving is going to have a foul on the Gideon Bulldogs. It's going to be on
12,
Travis Miller
there.
His first, team's first. Both teams with one foul. Latham will inbound under their own basket for the Rebels. Swings it out to Nick Harris. Gideon in a zone after this ball passed in. Mac Thornton with the ball,
Nice
but
defense.
blocked by Jordan Boone. Boone leading the fast break down the floor. He drives the length of the floor, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded by Dustin Horad. He goes inside, puts it up, scores it.
Nice shot.
Dustin Horad, his first bucket of the night, cuts the lead to 7-4. Rebels still on top. Mac Thornton with the ball, gives to Drew Thornton to Harris. Harris is going to have to pass the ball. He's already given up his dribble. Ball knocked out of bounds that time by Horad. Nice defensive play.
Yes, it was.
Just couldn't get control of the ball. Latham to inbound. Swings it out to Drew Thornton. Oh, Mac Thornton got the pass. I think the ball was supposed to go over to Nick Harris. Rebound that time by Jake Depro. Now, folks, he's only 5'8", and he'll get double-digit in rebounds.
Yes, he
just
will.
knows how to get in there. It gives you everything he's got. Jordan Boone with the ball. Goes inside. What a nice spin move. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Drew Thornton. Rebound on Jordan Boone. Those two guys know each other very well. That's Boone's first, team second. Richland will inbound at their defensive end with 4:14 to go in this first period. It's 7-4. Richland breaks a press. Thornton still with the ball. Coming from behind that time and knocking the ball out of Thornton's hands was Travis Miller. But the ball out of bounds off of the Gideon Bulldogs. Latham inbounds to Harris. Harris tried to go back to Latham. Taken away that time by Miller. Miller still with the ball. Kicks it over to Depro. Depro inside to Horad under the bucket. He's got to go up with it. He does. The ball's knocked out of his hands. Harris comes away with the ball for the Rebels. Latham for a long three. Will not go. Rebounded that time by Depro. What do we say? I know it's at least his least his third rebound of the first quarter already. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Rebels with 3:28 to go in this.
Miller there.
Yes, with 3:28 to go in his first quarter. It's 7-4. Richland on top. Ball pissed up high to Boone. That's where he wanted. He puts it up and in.
Nice
Jordan
shot.
Boone. Nice move. Nice pass in that time. Nice inlet pass to him. Put it up high, and that's where he wanted it. He just went up and got it and got control and put it up and in.
Does a good job using his body to open up and clear up his shot.
Jordan Boone is one of the unknown players in our area.
Yes.
He's being scouted by a few of the junior colleges, Merrimack, Mineral area, to name just a couple of them. And I tell you what, he's a very heady ball player. Latham inbounds out front to Miller. Miller over to Mac Thornton, back to Miller, to Drew. Drew kicks under to Latham underneath. The ball knocked out of bounds. 3 minutes even to go in this first quarter. We got a 1-point game, 7-6. We thought we'd have a dandy tonight.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. So far, it's living up to it.
And we've got timeout on the floor with the Richland Rebels on top of the Gideon Bulldogs 7-6 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Well, everybody's got the same vehicles to sell. All we have to sell is service and reputation.
You seem to want to treat the customer the way you want to be treated.
They're going to be treated good. They're going to get good service. going to get a good vehicle.
Taking care of the people after the sale. We feel like we're absolutely the best.
It's all a family, customers and the people who work here.
We have a good reputation with a lot of good people.
Only at Allen Christian in Dexter.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful, historic downtown Dexter.
Visit or call Wallace & Owens Country Mart Bakery for all your special occasions. Steaks, chops, hams, and seafoods are just a few specialties you will find at Wallace & Owens Country Mart.
Morgan Furniture and Appliance has name brands such as Justice, Ashley, Cochran, Best Chair, Sealy, Whirlpool, and KitchenAid. That's Morgan Furniture and Appliance in downtown Dexter.
The Bunny Patch has formal wear for all occasions. Looking for prom, pageant, and bridal accessories, including shoes and jewelry? Shop the Bunny Patch, where you can also get tuxedo rentals.
Well, Ed, I know we got a barn burner going, but it's a barn burner up here where we're sitting. I mean, it's hot.
I don't think they get too much draft up here. It looks like we're sitting above the AC units, so.
Well, it's unusually warm. Now, when you're watching this game, it may be 12 inches of snow out on the ground.
True.
But tonight, when I came in, it was 59 degrees. Today, it was 67. We had storms in the area. And just north of here at Circle City, they had some heavy wind damage to some homes. So when I say just north here, about 4 or 5 miles. So Richland Schools was not hit. Latham to inbound the ball. He gets it ball tipped around. Gideon takes it away. Ball tossed down to Miller. He goes down with a layup, puts it in.
There we go. Gideon takes their first lead of the ball game.
Nice pass down to Landon
Rebels
Miller.
come right back with it.
His second bucket. He has 4 in the quarter. 2:40 to go. 9-8. Richland on top of Gideon. Gideon short-lived that lead. About 10 seconds worth. Foster with the ball. Gets it to Depro. Depro working on Latham. Latham and Depro are going to tie it up. Jump ball. Alternate possession. Goes with the Richland Rebels, I believe. Casey Woodall coming in for the Gideon Bulldogs. Going out is Dustin Horad. Mac Thornton with the ball. Pulls it out. Gives it to Latham. Latham swings it to Harris. Harris puts up a 3. Short. Goes out of bounds. Oh, what a nice play by Mikey Latham. It kept the ball alive for the Richland Rebels. What a nice defensive play. Now, it's going to go over to Gideon on the alternate possession, but that ball was out of bounds, and Latham jumped out of there and really saved it.
Kind of just came right around Death Row there. Death Row thought he had him blocked out.
Dylan Cornett in for the Gideon Bulldogs. 2 minutes to go. Woodall inside. Gets it out to Boone off of Richland's hands. Stay with Gideon Bulldogs. We've had 3 lead changes in this game here in the first quarter. Gideon Bulldogs clawing and fighting and staying right in there. Richland Rebels a lot more aggressive tonight than we've seen in the last few games from them.
Yes, sir.
Foster with the ball for the Bulldogs. Got it to Miller. Miller to Boone. Boone working on Thornton. Back to Miller. To Cornett. Cornett top of the key gives to Boone. Boone one dribble picks up, gets it over to Foster. Good defense by the Richland Rebels. Boone down in the corner for 3. Will not go. Rebounded up and Latham
on the rebound.
Pulls her down with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Richland still on top, 9-8. Low scoring game, but a lot of action. Harris with the ball, skips it over to Miller. Miller to Drew Thornton to Mac Thornton along the baseline.
Whoops.
He tried to hit Latham with the ball going out of bounds. Turned over to the Gideon Bulldogs. Coach Daniels.
Jared Foster taking the ball out. We got Travis Miller bringing it. Whoop, nope, right back to Foster. As soon as I take my eyes away, they go and change my mind on me.
Happens fast. Boone with a long 3. Will not go. Cornett with the rebound, taken away by Latham. 1 minute even to go in this first period. Rebels with the ball and the drive. Latham down to Harris. Harris going to work the baseline. Kicks the ball out to Miller, to Mac Thornton. Inside the three-point line for about a 12-footer at time was Latham. Couldn't get it to go. Ball tipped out of bounds by the Gideon Bulldogs. Horad coming back in for Woodall. Daniel Sexton has really got this Gideon team playing well.
Yes, he does.
Hustling, he's getting everything out of them. Nice tip that time by
Jordan. Just about grabbed that one.
Sure did. I tell you, he's a very heady ball player. He's very court savvy. Yeah, he knows where he is. He knows how to get things done, and he plays within himself.
Nice move by Drew Thornton.
Nice inlet pass that time to Drew Thornton. Thornton's second bucket. 11-8. Cornett from the free throw line. The ball blocked by Harris. Saved by Horhead to Boone. Boone working inside with 10 seconds to go. Puts it up, scores.
Nice shot.
Jordan Boone with his third bucket of the quarter. He now has 6. It's 11-10 with 4 seconds to go. Miller puts it up, will not go. Ball tipped around, and the horn goes off to end the first quarter with the Richland Rebels on top of the Gideon Bulldogs, 11-10. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Glen St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glen St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glen St. in Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glen St. Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
He had a very first fast-paced quarter.
Very. I couldn't keep up a couple of times there. I'm going to have to speed my eyeballs up with my thought process of what I'm saying is what they're seeing on the TV there.
Well, the nice thing about TV, they can watch it. We don't have to call every little thing. But, again, we want those players to know that we know who they are, and they know us when we come in. I will assure you, they know that you've seen it. Let's go over the scoring in the first quarter for the Gideon Bulldogs. Jordan Boone with 6, Dustin Horhead and Travis Miller with 2 each. Foul-wise, Boone with 1 and Travis Miller with 1. No free throw shot by either team. For the Richland Rebels, you've got Drew Thornton and Landon Miller with 4 each. Mikey Latham with 3. Foul-wise, there's only 1 foul, and that's on Nick Harris. So nobody in foul trouble. Scoring evenly matched. 11-10, very low score first quarter, but both teams playing very hard defensively. That's all you can ask. Both of them giving all they've got. Richland will start with the ball to start that second quarter. Getting in a matchup zone, or what most of us call a sinking man-to-man. It's very similar either way you want to talk about it. Somebody that puts pressure on that ball into the ball game for the Richland Rebels is Jeremy McGarity, number 30, and also his twin brother, John McGarity, number 33. Latham to inbound the ball. Gets it out front to Jeremy McGarity. Latham with the ball. Hats off to Daniel Sexton. He comes in and works a whole new defense for the Gideon Bulldogs. The matchup zone is a very, very tough zone to learn. And, what a nice spin move that time by John McGarity.
That was John McGarity there.
I tell you, that young man, he and his brother, twin brother, I watched those guys play last year on the JV and how they have matured and really come to play. And they're doing a good job and give you some great minutes. And I know Coach Knight's got to be very pleased with their progress. They're both juniors, and they give you everything they've got. We're going to have a foul that time on, just as I was bragging on John McGarity. He picks up the foul. For the Gideon Bulldogs is Curtis Miller. He's a 5'7" sophomore. And I want to tell you, Miller, Depro, and Travis Miller, those 3 guys will hound you to death.
Yes, they will. For the entire game. There's no let up.
No. Oh, nice takeaway, but stepping on
out
the
of
line
bounds
was Latham, and what a nice takeaway. .701 to go in this second quarter. Richland on top by 3, 13-10. Depro to inbound the ball. Gets it down in the corner and off Miller's hands and out of bounds. Curtis Miller at the ball thrown right down at his feet. He did almost picked it up, but ball out of bounds. Jeremy McGarity to inbounds, get in a full court press, and they are putting pressure on the guy who's going to receive the ball. Ball skipped down to Jeremy McGarity. He goes inside, puts up a jump shot, will not go. Boone with a rebound, gets it, and he's going down the floor, kicks it out to Depro. Depro driving, puts it up, will not go, but we're going to have a charge foul on Jake Depro, his first, team's third. With 6:40 to go in this second quarter, still 13-10.
Boone with that rebound. He's got that outlet pass to death row. He knows death row's hustling.
Yep.
And getting it down the court.
Richland having trouble getting the ball in bounds. They've come close 2 or 3 times to having a 5-second call
yes, sir.
on them. Mac Thornton with the shot, will not go. Rebounded, tipped up. Boone down with it. He's going to toss down to Curtis Miller. Miller on the drive, puts it up.
Oh, what a play by
Mac Thornton.
Mac Thornton on a great defensive play.
Ball stays with the Gideon Bulldogs under their own basket. Mac Thornton stopped that layup, though. Curtis Miller will inbound. Gets it to Boone. Boone inside the lane, puts it up, will not go, but he's going to go the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be on Mac Thornton, his first, team's third. Jordan Boone with 6 in the first quarter. He's shooting 2. A little long on the first shot. Again, if you were picking players to be on your team, this is one of them that you would want.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Second one up. Knocks it down. He now has 7. 13-11. First points by Gideon the first point by Gideon in this second quarter. McGarity with the ball, and he steps out of bounds. Turnover on the Richland Rebels. Pressure that time by the Gideon Bulldogs paid off. We've got a sign that we hold up to say paid off so we can say it at the same time. Foster with the ball, working against Latham. Gets it to Boone. Boone working against Mac Thornton. Gets a screen from Horrid. Boone still with the ball. Drives in, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded by Mac Thornton on the floor. He never got up, did he? Latham thought about it, but had it slip out of his hands. And ball
good hands
by
Jordan.
Boone. Gideon with a 2-on-1. Miller with the drive. It has it knocked out of bounds. Gideon will keep possession.
One good turn deserves another. Jordan Boone on one end. Nick Harris turns around and says we can do that also.
Travis Miller coming in for the Bulldogs. Coming out is Jared Foster. Also coming in Nick Harris and Drew Thornton. Coming out is Jeremy McGarity, and I couldn't see the other one coming out for the Bulldogs, or for the Rebels. Horad out front with the ball. He played a big part in that Gideon game down at Clarkton, and tonight he's not scored. What a nice drive that time by Travis Miller, and he drives in and draws a foul. He's going to go the line to shoot 2. Foul is going to be on Mac Thornton, his second, team's fourth. With 5.5 to go in this quarter. First shot put up and in by Travis Miller. He now has 3. Thornton out. Landon Miller in for the Rebels. Second one up. Scores it. We've got a tie game. 13-all with 5.5 to go in this game. Latham with the ball, going to be fouled that time by
a little
Travis
aggressive
Miller.
that time.
Well, he knew what he wanted to do. He just didn't get there quick enough.
Absolutely.
That's the second foul on Travis Miller, and the 14th foul on Gideon.
Bulldogs.
Both teams with 4 fouls. Harris with the ball in the corner. Kicks it out front to Landon Miller. Back to Harris. Harris going to put up a long 3.
Shot.
Will not go. Rebounded by Latham on the floor. Gets it back to Latham. And boy, I tell you, Boone is all over him. Drew Thornton with a drive on the baseline. Working against Horrid. Puts it up. Will not go. Ball tipped around. Rebounded by John McGarity. McGarity kicks it out front, but and it gets to Landon Miller. He puts up a jump shot. Will not go, and he hit the backboard support. Turned over to the Gideon Bulldogs. We have Kyle Alcorn upstairs with us tonight. He's with the home office of New Wave. We'll get him on the mic here in a little bit, talk to him. We've got timeout on the floor with the score tied 13-all with 4:50 to go in this first quarter. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19th.
Okay. I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Well, Ed?
Yes, sir.
Very low-scoring game, but a lot of up and down the floor. Good pressure defense by both teams. Both teams pressing. Both teams working very hard on that defensive end.
Yes, they are. Yes, and a little different than what we saw the first time we saw these teams match up.
Gideon will give you everything they've got. And I got to say this, Daniel Sexton and Jim Brees are doing a great job getting everything out of it. And the players have bought into this program. You can tell they enjoy the defense that they're playing. And you've got to enjoy that matchup, that sinking man-to-man or some type of zone, whatever you want to call it. You've really got to work on defense, and that defense is creating opportunities for them to get the ball back to get on offense.
Yep.
So we're, when ball players enjoy playing defense, they're enjoying the system that they're under.
Absolutely.
Everybody likes to have the ball to score. A long three put up that time by Curtis Miller.
Off on Michael Latham.
Drew no iron, but Gideon will keep the ball. Miller to inbound. Both teams having trouble inbounding the ball, getting it in. Oh, nice pass from Miller to Miller. Nice pass. Curtis Miller with his first two. Gideon back on top. 15-13. Ball kicked down to Miller. Miller to Latham. To Harris. Inside to Drew Thornton, and then down to John McGarity. He puts it up, scores it. John McGarity, his second basket. He now has 4.
John felt the pressure coming, waited it out. Nice, easy layup.
Yep. 4 minutes to go, 15-all. Horrid with the ball inside, and he's going to have a charging foul. Nice defense that time by Landon Miller.
Yes.
As he picked up the charging foul. Foul by Dustin Horrid. Horrid just ducked his head and went, and I tell you, Landon Miller just stood his ground. Just under 4 minutes to go in this second quarter. First foul on Horrid, the fifth team foul on Gideon. Neither team in the 1-and-1, nobody in foul trouble. Miller inbounds to Latham. Getting in a 2-2-1 full court zone press. McGarity with the ball. Drives in, stops, puts it up, will not go. Rebound by Boone. Boone has it for the Bulldogs. Has the ball. We're going to have a foul on Mikey Latham as he tried to strip the ball out of Boone's hands. Latham's first, 15 foul. Both teams now with 5 fouls with 3:42 to go in the quarter. I'll take that back. They called a timeout.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mikey Latham. I didn't mean to give you a foul. With 3:42 to go in the second quarter of play, we have a tie game, 15-15. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A-Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A-Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
Well, Ed, I guess Coach Sexton called that timeout, saw that Boone was trapped, and I thought that the ref had called a foul. And again, my fault. I need to wait till they do that, make that full call.
I don't feel so bad if I see something now.
Well, I'll assure you, I make the mistake I make is when I come to the game, but I sure enjoy watching them. I can tell you that. Miller with the ball over to Travis Miller. Travis Miller to Dylan Cornett, who's into the game again for Gideon. Gets it inside to the little man. He gives it over to Cornett inside the lane, taken away by Latham. And we're going to have a walking call on Mikey Latham. He was in no man's land and got bumped.
Yep.
And took some steps. See what Gideon goes with. They like to go inside to Boone. They like to put the ball up high for him. They screen for him. And they went inside on a bounce pass and puts it up and in. Jordan Boone.
Gideon with the lead again.
Yep. That's our 7th lead change of the game. Good game.
Harris with the shot. John McGarity on the rebound.
He's going to be fouled by Casey Woodall, who's into the game for the Gideon Bulldogs. His first, team 6, to the line to shoot 2 will be John McGarity. McGarity has 4 points in this game. Has not been to the free throw line yet. First one up, scores it. Jared Foster in for Travis Miller for the Gideon Bulldogs. Second one by McGarity.
Nice shot.
Knocks it down.
Ties it up. 3 minutes to go, 3:02.
John McGarity in for Nick Harris with 3:02 to go in this third quarter. Foster with the ball, gives it to Cornett. Cornett has it taken away by McGarity and then out of bounds off his hands. Nice steal, just couldn't get control of it.
I believe that was John on the steal. I think I said Jeremy. I apologize again.
Well, it was Jeremy, number 30.
Okay, my bad. My good.
Foster with the ball, down to Woodall, back out to Foster. Over to Miller. Miller for a long 3, short. Boone picks it up. What a nice shot by Boone in the corner.
Shot.
Jordan Boone with 5 in the quarter, 11 in the game. It's 19-17, the 8th lead change in this game. Nice takeaway by the Bulldogs. And we've got a timeout. As Jared Foster had the takeaway and he couldn't do anything except call timeout. He was either going to get a tied up or get called for walking. He calls timeout with 2:27 to go in this second quarter. Gideon on top of the Richland Rebels, 19-17. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college or career classes. Three Rivers affordable tuition
means Pell Grants go further.
I can use A+.
I got a scholarship.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Trinkets and Treasures, you will find a unique shop featuring charming antiques, gifts, and collectibles.
Customers come first at First Midwest Bank, located at 20 West Stoddard. Phone 624-3571. First Midwest Bank, chartered in 1963 and still locally owned and operated.
Whether redecorating or registering for your wedding, discover beautiful home decor at Decor.
Ed, neither team can pull away.
Staying with it.
Biggest lead we had was at the first of the game, 7-2 by the Rebels, and since then Gideon has just come storming back. I haven't kept up with the ties, but I've kept up with the lead changes.
Got the makings of a dandy here, don't we?
Oh, a D-A-N-D-Y dandy is what we're set up for. A barn burner brewing at Richland tonight. I like those barn burners.
It's warm enough to be a barn burner, that's for sure.
Well, again, we want to thank the administration at the Richland schools for helping us out ever so much. I mean, they treat us so well when we come here, and and make sure that we've got everything we need. And Mike Keeney and his staff and the school board here, the coaches, the administration, the teachers, we really appreciate. Woodall inside for the Bulldogs. He's going to have a ball tied up. He brought the ball down. Drew Thornton tied him up. Ball will stay with the Gideon Bulldogs on the alternate possession with 2:23 to go. Woodall with his height will learn to keep that ball up. Boone with an inbound pass. No good off of Latham's hands. Gideon will inbound under their basket. It seems like every inbound under the basket for the Gideon Bulldogs, they want to go to Jordan Boone because
absolutely,
he's got a great shot, and at his 6'2" frame, he's going to get that shot off. Look at the pick for him. They couldn't get it to him that time. They get it out front to Foster. Foster back to Boone. Boone working on McGarity. Kicks it back out to Foster. Over to Miller. Miller driving the lane. Puts it up. Will not go, and we're going to have a charging foul on Curtis Miller, his first. Team seventh. The next foul will be that was a possession foul that time. So, but if they have a foul without the ball there, they'll be shooting a 1-1, they being the Richland Rebels. Woodall out, Horad back in for the Gideon Bulldogs. Miller inbounds to Harris. Harris one dribble, picks it up, and he's going to have a double dribble called on him. Turnover on the Rebels.
Good hustle there.
Good pressure
by the younger
defense.
Miller.
Yes. Curtis Miller. I want to tell you, I watched that young man. He and number 12. I don't know if they're brothers, cousins, no kin at all, whatever. Horrid for three. Scores
nice
it.
shot.
Dustin Horrid with his first basket of the night puts Gideon up 22-17, their biggest lead. And we're going to have a offensive push-off foul on Nick Harris. Nick Harris, his second foul. Good defense by Curtis Miller. Kicks the ball out front to Boone. Boone over to Depro. Depro swings it to Horrid. He thought about it. Still has it. Gets it out to Foster. Foster with a drive. Gets it to Depro. Depro's going to drive in. Puts it up, and we're going to have a charge foul. Charge foul is going to be on Jake Depro, his second, and his second charge foul. Both fouls have been charging fouls with 1:43 to go. Gideon on top, 22-17. The Richland Rebels need a basket. They need to stop the bleeding. Hand it to the Gideon defense, though. They're working and working hard. Nice pick that time by Nick Harris. Frees Latham. Drew Thornton gets the ball to John McGarity. Down in the corner to Landon Miller. Puts it up. Will not go. Harris tips it, but it goes right to Foster. Gideon on a run. Foster pulls it back out front. 1:25 to go. Swings it over to Curtis Miller. Miller to Foster. Foster to Boone. Boone working against McGarity. Puts up a three. Will not go. Rebounded on the floor by Landon Miller. Mikey Latham with the ball. 22-17. Miller out front. Gets the ball to McGarity. Drew Thornton from the free throw line. Will not go. Rebounded off of Boone's hands, and saved back to Curtis Miller. We're under 1 minute to go in this second quarter.
Kind of watching Jeremy McGarity on that offensive possession. He never stopped. He was all over the lane, moving around, constant movement. There he is with the takeaway.
Nick Harris with a takeaway, and then taken right back by Dustin Horad. 30 seconds to go. Gideon looks like they want to go in a four-corner offense, go for the last shot. Curtis Miller with the ball. Oh, it's going to be over and back. Ball turned over by the Gideon Bulldogs. 20 seconds to go. Coming in for Gideon is Keith Trosper. Harris with the ball. Ball slapped out by Curtis Miller of the Bulldogs. Boy, I tell you, he just hounds you to death on defense.
Yes, he will.
15 seconds to go. Latham with the ball. 15 seconds to go in this second quarter. 10 seconds now. Harris with the ball, driving the lane, gets the ball over to Latham. Latham still working with it, puts up a 12-footer, will not go. But we're going to have a foul. The line to shoot two will be Mikey Latham. The foul of Keith Trosper, his first. First time anybody from the Richland Rebels been to the free throw line. Latham with three. He has a three tonight. His first free throw up will not go. Coming in will be John McGarity. Coming out is Nick Harris with 3 seconds to go in this first half of play from the Richland gym. Coach Knight does not want another foul on Nick Harris. Second shot put up and in by Mikey Latham. 22-18, 2 seconds. A long three-pointer thrown down the floor, will not go. The end of first quarter, it's the Gideon Bulldogs 22, the Richland Rebels 18. We'll be back in just a moment with your halftime stats. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
What if sports were much more than just a game, and there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter.
If you're looking for floral, framing, and gift ideas, check out Weber's Ben Franklin. Also, Weber's Ben Franklin has cards for all occasions.
Well, welcome back to halftime, and we're joined here in the booth, the broadcast booth, with Mike Keeney, the superintendent at the Richland Schools. Mike, thanks for stopping by and telling us about your school. You just got a real nice award the other day.
Yeah, Distinction and Performance Award from DESE, Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. The second year in a row we've done that. The third year that I know of that we've done that. Real good honor. Last year, we kind of credited that to Ken Latham's era, and now I've got one under my era, and that makes me feel really proud, and we're trying to continue that string.
Well, I know that you do a great job here. You can see the enthusiasm with the parents, with the supporters of the communities of Essex and Gray Ridge and the rural area here. Small school, but yet a lot of spirit.
You bet. And that's something whenever I went into education and decided I was going into administration, my ultimate goal was to be a superintendent of a small school. I had no aspiration of being in a larger district because of that feel. I started out teaching at Bloomfield. I really liked that. I went to school at Jackson, a big school, and I really liked the small town, hometown feel of what the smaller school gave us. And Richland was a great place to start that and hopefully a great place to finish that.
Teachers, how many do you have on your staff?
Right now we have roughly 45 teachers, and we have about 65 total staff here. We have, we're getting smaller. Our enrollment has gone down some, but the teachers are still giving a quality education to the kids we have. The kids work hard. We're able to offer a lot of offerings to the kids. A lot of times the small school is limited, and I feel like we do the best we can at giving them a wide variety of things to take.
And your student population now?
Our student population right now is 306. I saw a total the other day. Again, that's down a little bit. But I think in that 306, we got a lot of capable kids, a lot of kids that can continue that string of distinction and performance, because without the parents and the kids' support, it doesn't matter what we're doing every day. If they're not listening and not willing to learn and be upbeat about the school, we're not going to achieve those things.
Mr. Mike Keeney, Superintendent of Schools here at Richland. And again, we want to thank you for the cooperation that you give us to come in to do these ball games. And the people here just treat us so nice.
You bet. And I tell you what, it's a great thing for our kids. They can go home, they can see themselves on TV a little bit, and that's always nice for them to see that, and they can point out some great things and maybe some mistakes and get better, and that's what we're all about.
Good luck to you, and thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thank you very much.
We're going to take a short break. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Glen St. Motors has two great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri.
Glen St. Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glen St. Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glen St. Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glen St. Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
Well, welcome back. We're at halftime of the Richland Gideon game at the Richland Schools, and we have the Vice President of Marketing with New Wave Communications, Mr. Kyle Alcorn. And Kyle, thanks for coming by and visiting with us tonight.
Well, thanks a lot, Bill. It's good to be here. Kind of been making the tour today. We recently have added some communities, as you're aware, Piggott and Rector and Parma and Risco, and we recently added Gideon. So I wanted to come out to the basketball game, kind of see what you guys were up to and welcome the new communities. And just a good opportunity to catch a good game. I'll tell you, not just talk a little bit about the game, but, Richland got out to that start, and Gideon kind of put on that full court press, and it kind of changed the aspect of this game. It's kind of been up and down, a real defensive battle. So looking forward to a good second half, too.
As you can tell, we have a good time doing these games, and we really enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. No, this is great. It's a little warm up here, especially for January, but no, this is good to get out and see so many people in attendance and watch a good basketball game. And we're glad you guys are doing this, and hopefully the folks at home watching on New Wave will enjoy the game. And once again, want to welcome those new communities to our viewing area.
Well, again, we want to thank New Wave for all they do to allow us to come into your homes on Channel 21 on YHC TV, your hometown channel. And without their cooperation, folks, you would not be seeing this game. So, again, look at their phone service. Look at their high-speed internet. If you've got internet service with someone else, take a look at it. My son will tell you that, and he is very computer savvy. He lives in Dubai, is with an aerospace company over there, and when he comes home, he gets on the internet, and he says, I believe they can run the Department of Defense with the United States as fast as that internet service is with New Wave.
Well, we appreciate that plug, Bill. We're proud of it, and feel like we've got the best and fastest internet in the communities we service, and hopefully we can get a few more people on board. Always, most everybody's got a phone line, and it's great to be able to offer all those services and at a good value in these communities. So
that's Mr. Kyle Alcorn, the Vice President of Marketing with New Wave Communications. We're going to take a short break, give you some halftime stats, and be ready for the second half in just a moment.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone.
Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide.
Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future.
Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
Well, Ed, and our viewers out there, we're going to give you the halftime stats. We'll give you the Gideon Bulldogs first since they're on top. Curtis Miller with 2 points, and he has one foul. Jake Depro has not scored in this game, but, boy, his defense and his rebounds.
His hustle. Absolutely.
And hustle, you're right. He has 2 fouls. Travis Miller has 4 in the game, and with that 4, he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 2 fouls. Dustin Horad has 5 in the game, and he has 1 foul. Jordan Boone leads all scorers with 11 points, and he has 1 foul. Keith Trosper has not scored. He has a foul, and Casey Woodall with 1 foul. Gideon 3 for 4 that first half from the free throw line. For the Richland Rebels, John McGarity was 6. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and he also has 2 fouls. Mac Thornton has not scored. He has 2 fouls. 4 points by Drew Thornton, has not fouled. Landon Miller has 4 points, has not fouled. Nick Harris has not scored, has 2 fouls. And 4 points from Mikey Latham, and he has no fouls. Again, Drew Thornton is going to have to get into the offense.
Absolutely.
And for Richland to come back. Gideon's on top in this game by 4 points, and we're getting ready to start second half plays. So we're going to take a short break and be back with them in just a moment with the second half. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
A-Plus Medical Equipment of Dexter has the answers for you. Oxygen patients, are you unhappy with your service? There's no cost to switch, and generally, no doctor visit is required. Home delivery, friendly staff, and high-quality equipment is the A-Plus way. A Plus delivers the best in customer service for Southeast Missouri. For all your care, we're always there. A Plus Medical Equipment, located at 8 North Catalpa in Dexter. Call us toll-free at 888-624-0402.
With a former All-State basketball player and a current school board member, the law firm of Welch, Todd & Parker supports high school athletics. Our firm is involved in all areas of the law, and your first consultation is free. The firm is comprised of attorneys John Welch, Darren Todd, and Cameron Bunning Parker, along with 4 staff members ready to serve you. Welch, Todd & Parker is located at 100 West Main in Malden. Come by or call us at 573-276-2261 for any of your legal needs.
Welcome back to the second half. Ed, Richland's going to start with the ball, and they need to get back in the game.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They started out quick. I think Kyle alluded to Gideon came out with a full court press, kind of changed the status of the game a little bit. Gideon pulled away by a few points there toward the end of the second quarter. Excuse me. Mac Thornton with the ball.
Yep. Gives it to Miller. Miller down to Latham. Back to Miller. Gideon's defense is they just harass you. They just hound you the whole game.
Horrid just won't give Drew Thornton any space at all.
Look, he's on him. Thornton has to kick it out to Miller. Miller skips it over to Mac Thornton to Latham. Ball tipped around. Mac Thornton gets it for the Rebels inside to Drew Thornton, but Horrid there to knock it away. Nobody has scored to start this second half. Still a 4-point lead by Gideon.
Long three
by
nice
Latham.
Shot by Latham.
Down.
That'll get you back to the ball game.
22-21 now. Latham with his second three. He now has 7 in the game to lead the Richland scores. Boone with the ball. Stops and puts up one from 14. Will not go. Rebounded by Latham on the floor. Gideon with a chance, or Richland with a chance to take the lead back. Gets it to Harris. I'm really impressed with Gideon's defense.
Oh.
I tell you, Horrid is doing a great job on Drew Thornton. I mean, you can tell Richland wants to go to Thornton.
Yes.
But Horrid is really fronting him and then playing behind when he needs to play behind. Foul that time on. I think that's Travis Miller, his third, team's first of the second half. Latham to inbound. Kicks it way out front to Nick Harris. Richland looking for an opening somewhere. That defense is just tenacious. Nice bat away that time. Harris with a jump
nice
shot from the free
throw
line. Nick Harris with his first basket of the night. That is the 9th lead change, the first of the second half. Jordan Boone drives the length of the floor, puts
nice
it up,
move.
and scores it. Jordan Boone, 13 on the night. 10th lead change of the game. 24-23, Gideon on top. Just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mac Thornton with the ball, drives, gives it over to Drew Thornton, who loses it out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Dustin Horad. You know, I've noticed Mac Thornton is very tentative about shooting the basketball, and he's had some looks. He just hasn't taken them. Curtis Miller in for Travis Miller for the Bulldogs. Ball out front to Miller. Gets it to Thornton. To Harris. To Latham. Back to Harris. Harris for three. Puts it up. Will not go. Ball tipped around.
Good hustle on Mike Latham. Out on Jordan Boone.
Out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Latham wanting to put up a shot. Boone's defense stopped that one. Harris with the ball. Stop, puts up a jump shot. Will not go. Rebounded up that time by Thornton. Puts it up and in. Just when we talked about Mac Thornton not shooting the ball, he scores two.
Got good position for the rebound. Put it right back up.
Yeah, another lead change in the game. 25-24. Richland on top by one. Gideon with the ball. Ball knocked out of bounds by the Rebels. Foster has it for the Bulldogs. Latham's going to be on him. Kick it over to Depro. to Boone. Boone from the corner puts it up. Rolls around and out. That ball rolled around twice. Tell you what, we're synced in here tonight, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Oh, nice jump shot that time by Mikey Latham. He has 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. 27-24 with 4:45
Richland with the first 9 points of the half, aren't they?
Boone skips it over to Horrid. Horrid's going to stop, put up a shot.
There you go.
Knocks it down. Dustin Horrid with his first points of the second half. He has 7 in the game. Skipped over to Nick Harris. Puts it up against Boone. Scores it. Nice body control that time by Nick Harris. His second bucket of the quarter. He has 4 in the game. Ball over to Depro. Depro's going to drive. Puts up a nice soft jump shot. Scores it. Jake Depro with his first 2. 29-28. Boy, the pace has picked up.
Yes, it has.
Harris with the ball in the corner. He's going to drive the baseline, kicks it out to Landon Miller. What a nice bank shot.
I think I heard him say glass from up here.
Oh, I want to tell you, that's what you have to do from that side.
Absolutely.
That's why they got the square up there. Nice shot by Landon Miller. His first bucket of the second half. He has 6 in the game, 31-28 with 3:40 to go in this third period. Jordan Boone moves, drives down the baseline, will not go. Ball rebounded on the floor by Landon Miller. He gets it over to Mikey Latham, gets it over to Mac Thornton. We're under 3.5 to go. Oh, nice. Well, a good try. Didn't get it through. Ball kicked out of bounds by the Richland Rebels. Nice hustle that time by Landon Miller. Foster will bring it up and gets it to Horrid. Gideon spreads the floor. Nice spacing by the Bulldogs. Horrid has the ball taken away, but we're going to have a foul. Foul is going to be on
Landon Miller.
Landon Miller, his first, team's first of the second half. 3:03 to go. Jordan Boone inbound for the Bulldogs. Skips it all the way over to Depro. Depro working against Drew Thornton and throws it right to Mac Thornton. He's going to drive the length of the floor. Boone's going to try to block it, but Thornton puts it up and in. Mac Thornton with his second bucket of the quarter. He now has 4, 33-28. Matches Richland's biggest lead of the night. Boone in the corner for 3. Puts it up.
Good look.
Will not go. Harris with a rebound. Out in the corner. Gets it over to Drew Thornton. To Latham.
Mac Thornton.
Mac Thornton with the ball to Drew Thornton. A good give and go. Thornton gives over to Latham. Puts it up. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Drew Thornton. And Gideon will control. Coming in for the Bulldogs is Travis Miller. And also Casey Woodall. Coming out is Horrid and Foster. Coming in for Richland is John McGarity. Coming out is Landon Miller. 33-28. The pace of the game has really picked up. Jordan Boone with a drive. Goes in, puts it up, will not go. Rebounded by Mikey Latham of the Rebels. Boone a little out of control that time on that drive. The defense had a little bit to do with that, though.
Yeah, Drew Thornton did a good job of getting up there in front of him.
Right.
Altering his shot just a little bit.
Ball blocked that time. A shot put up by John McGarity, and Casey Woodall blocks it. Boone in for a drive, will not go. Drew Thornton the rebound. Rebels off and running. They've got the numbers, 3-on-1. Mac Thornton gives over to John McGarity, puts it up, will not go. Harris with a tip, could not get it to go. Woodall the rebound.
Rebound there by Casey Woodall.
We've got to carry the ball at time. Carrying the ball on Travis Miller. Travis Miller coming in for the Richland Rebels is Landon Miller. Coming out is Drew Thornton. Coming in for the Gideon Bulldogs is Dylan Cornett. Coming out is Jordan Boone. 33-28 with 1:30 to go in this third period of play. Nick Harris in the corner. Kicks it out front to Mac Thornton. Thornton down to Landon Miller. Gives a head fake, puts it up and in. Landon Miller, his second bucket of the quarter. He now has 8 in the game. 35-28, biggest lead for either team, 7. Travis Miller being hounded by Latham. Gets it over to Wooldahl. We're going to have a blocking foul on Landon Miller. It's going to be his second, team second. Miller trying to draw the charging foul. He's already picked up a couple of charges tonight on defense.
Yes, sir.
Great defense by the young man.
Rebels aren't afraid to stand in there.
That's exactly right.
It's the kind of play that makes Coach Gene Best happy up there at Three Rivers.
Sure
or Three
does.
Rivers, excuse me.
Cornette out. Coming in is Jordan Boone for the Bulldogs. Inbounding will be Travis Miller for the Bulldogs. We're just under a minute to go in this third period of play. Gideon needs a bucket. Oh, nice inlet pass to Boone. He can't get it to go. Look at
Depro with the
way up there.
rebound.
Puts it up. Will not go. Rebounded by Mac Thornton of the Rebels. They're off and running. Thornton gives over to Nick Harris, who goes inside, puts it up. Ball blocked by Depro. And the foul's going to be on. Foul is going to be on Jake Depro, his third. Harris to the line to shoot 2.
Yes.
Harris to the line to shoot 2, and we've got a technical foul called on
Depro.
On Depro.
Jake Depro.
So that will go as another foul. Harris has 4 in the game in this quarter. He's the first free throw up, scores it. He'll shoot another free throw, and then there will be 2 technical free throws, and then Richland will get the ball out of bounds with 46 seconds to go. We'll see what the score will be at that time. Harris knocks that down. Miller coming to the line to shoot the 2 technicals. Miller has 8 in the game. Free throw up, will not go. Second free throw now coming. Scores it. He has 5 in the quarter, 9 in the game. Richland will inbound the ball. They're up by 10, 38-28. Gideon needs to stop, need to score before the quarter ends. John McGarity with the ball. Gives it to Mac Thornton. Richland in no hurry, 10-point lead and the ball. Harris has it in the corner, gets it out to Latham. Latham over to Mac Thornton. Mac Thornton inside.
Splits the defenders.
Puts up a jump shot from the free throw line. Will not go. Ball tipped around and out of bounds off of Gideon. Richland will control on the side. We're down to 26 seconds to go. Latham with a spin move. Ball taken away by Travis Miller. And we're going to have a double dribble call on Miller. McGarity to inbounds. Ball, Miller gets his hands on it, but back knocked out of bounds. I tell you, the Gideon guards just really get after you. They're not big, but they give you everything they've got. Nick Harris on a drive. Ball
nice
blocked by Woodall.
Woodall.
Woodall gets it back. Gideon has the ball, and we're going to have a foul. Foul is going to be on Landon Miller. Nice defense that time. Nice block by Woodall.
Yes,
Woodall had enough presence to grab the ball out of midair after the block to keep it from going out of bounds. Got the ball to Boone, and then Boone was fouled. It's the third team foul on the Richland Rebels and the third foul on Landon Miller. Get into inbound with 5 seconds to go. Foster has it, gets it to Boone. Boone for a good look for three at the horn, will not go.
This wouldn't fall.
To end this third quarter, a good third quarter for the Richland Rebels as they score 20 and hold the Gideon Bulldogs to 6. The score at the end of 3, it's 38-28, Richland on top. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
The absolute first thing is honesty is the best policy.
Treat people how you want to be treated. People keep coming back to Allen Christian because they get a good, honest, fair deal, and the service is second to none.
Just a family atmosphere with no pressure. We treat people right, and everybody seems to like it.
Try to take care of them the way we'd want to be taken care of, and our loyal customers know that. That's why they keep coming back, and we hope to continue that for a long time.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter. At Trinkets and Treasures, you will find a unique shop featuring charming antiques, gifts, and collectibles.
Customers come first at First Midwest Bank, located at 20 West Stoddard. Phone 624-3571. First Midwest Bank, chartered in 1963 and still locally owned and operated.
Whether redecorating or registering for your wedding, discover beautiful home decor at Decor.
Well, Ed, the pace has really picked up.
First couple of minutes a little slow. Believe each team trying to fill each other out, see what they're going to do. But then they figured it out, and off they went.
They sure did. We want to tell you this game tonight brought to you in part by Allen Christian, A-plus medical equipment, Three Rivers Community College, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, historic downtown Dexter retail merchants, Welch, Todd, and Parker, attorneys in Malden, and Glenn Sain of Rector, Kennett, and Paragould. We want to thank those fine folks. If you enjoy watching high school basketball on YHC TV, tell those folks how much you enjoy it. Well, the fourth quarter coming up. It's been a game of two halves. Gideon controlled the first half. After about halfway through that second quarter, they just kind of jumped out to a lead. And coming back here in the third quarter, Richland has just kind of exploded.
Yes, they did. Gideon, they've done a good job of kind of stopping the bleeding earlier in the ball game, but they've not really come out and put together a quick run of their own. Kind of what they need here to start the fourth quarter.
Well, Miller gives it to Boone. Boone's driving the baseline, puts it up. He's going to go to the line to shoot two. The foul is going to be on Nick Harris. Harris with his third. Team's fourth of the half. Boone scored two in that quarter. Of course, they only had Boone, Horrid, and Jake Depro each scored in that quarter, and they only had 6 points. First free throw up is good by Boone. Jordan Boone now with 14. Next one scores it.
He's got great form there at the free throw line.
Oh, he does. He's had a lot of training, and he's played a lot of basketball in his career. Mac Thornton with a nice jump shot, uses that glass. Notice that?
Absolutely.
And what do we say about Mac Thornton? He doesn't shoot, and he's had some good looks at it. And here he's scored 6, just bang, bang, bang after we've talked about him. I guess he's listening to us down on the floor. Horrid with a drive, will not go. McGarity with the rebound, gives it to Latham. 40-30, 10-point lead still by the Rebels. Thornton with the ball, down in the corner to Harris. He stops, puts it up. Will not go. Rebound that time by Curtis Miller of the Bulldogs. Gets it to Foster, who gets it to Horad underneath the bucket, puts it up, scores it. Dustin
Horad stayed with it.
He stayed with it, is right. 9 points for Horad now. Thornton going to be called for walking. Turnover on the Rebels. 6:55 to go, 40-32. Richland on top of Gideon. The defense on Boone has really been good. I mean, Boone has got some looks, but I tell you, he's really been pressured when he shot. Ball put up that time by Curtis Miller, would not go, and rebounded by Mac Thornton, who tried to hit Drew Thornton on a breakaway and overthrew him. Ball back to Gideon. We've got timeout on the floor with 6:37 to go in this game. It's the Richland Rebels 40, Gideon Bulldogs 32. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV. How are you doing today?
Doing great and wonderful.
Hello and welcome to What's Cooking in Our House.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Hometown Shorts.
Todd, welcome to the show.
Bill, thank you very much.
Year, so or this game tournament, so I'm not.
What if sports were much more than just a game, and there was more at stake than just the score? What if it were possible to see the world impacted for Jesus Christ through the influence of athletes and coaches?
Hi, my name is Bill Ray. I'm the area representative for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes in Southeast Missouri. If you'd like to see athletes and coaches striving to win, doing it God's way, call me at 280-0932 or go to fca.org and put in your zip code. FCA, the heart and soul in sports.
Ed, the Bulldogs have cut in the lead by 2 with just over 6.5 minutes to go, and they're going to have to just keep working it. They've got plenty of time. They only trail by 8.
Absolutely.
On the other hand, the Rebels, they've got the lead. They need to protect the ball and go for the good shot. And again, the Rebels' defense on Jordan Boone, I think, has been very good. Boone has really had to work for his shots, and it seems like whenever he gets an open shot, he's rushing the shot, and he's just barely missing it. I mean, he's got a good shot.
Yes.
But, by the time you work, sometimes you give out.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's the case, but he's not on in the second half right now.
And Jordan Boone's put in a lot of minutes, and they've been hard minutes all night long. He's not got a lot of break. He's put his team on his shoulders. His team's dependent on him, and he's standing up to the challenge and giving it everything he has.
Well, he and Dustin Horad, 2 seniors, and along with Foster, those guys are trying to carry the team and bring these young people along, and they're doing a good job. A good skip pass that time. Oh, good pass that time inside the Horad.
What good patience by Horad. He knew it was coming.
Horad with
knew the defense was coming.
Yeah.
And there we go. We're a 2-possession game.
Horad with 4 1/4. 6.5 and 11 in the game. Gideon's press tipped the ball out of bounds. Richland will still maintain possession. 40-34 with 6:15 to go in this game. Mac Thornton with the ball. Gets it to McGarity. To Drew Thornton. Puts it up. Scores
nice.
it. Nice.
Underneath, Drew Thornton is just so good.
That's his 6th point of the night. Thornton's got to get into the offense one way or the other. We're going to have a foul at time, a holding foul on John McGarity. His 2nd, team's 5th. Miller inbounds, tried to hit Curtis Miller. Ball tipped out of bounds by Drew Thornton. Ball will stay with the Gideon Bulldogs. 5:51 to go, 42-34. Richland on top. Miller out front, gives to Boone for a long 3 from downtown Essex. From downtown
there we go,
Essex,
5-point game.
Yeah, 42-37. What a nice jump shot. That wasn't a push shot, a set shot. He jumped up and popped that thing, and that was a long-range 3. Thornton with the ball down to McGarity, puts it up, scores it. Nice way to break the press that time. 44-37, 5:20 to go. Ball tipped out of bounds by Drew Thornton. Travis Miller inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets the ball to Horad. Working against McGarity. Nice spin move inside. Dustin Horad puts it up, will not go. Mikey Latham with the rebound. Mac Thornton with the ball, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it to Nick Harris on the wing. Tried to hit Drew Thornton down low and overthrew him. Horrid and Harris get their feet mixed up. Horrid and Drew Thornton. Horrid helps him up. Just under 5 minutes, 44-37. Foster with the ball. Gets it to Boone. Boone, tried to skip it over to Miller. Driving in that time was Drew Thornton. Boone tried to block it.
Yep.
We're going to have a foul on Drew Thornton, his first. Team sixth. The next foul by Richland will send Gideon to the free throw line for a 1 and bonus. 45-37, 4.5 minutes to go.
Richland doing a good job of holding off the little rallies that Gideon's trying to put together.
Horrid inside, scores it. Dustin Horrid going up against Nick Harris. Not an easy shot, but he got it to go. 46-39. Thornton to Drew Thornton, puts it up and in. Drew Thornton was 6 1/4, 10 in the game, starting to really express himself. With timeout on the floor with 4:10 to go, it's the Richland Rebels 48, the Gideon Bulldogs 39. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Glenn St. Ford on Highway 49 North in Paragould is your Ford Mercury dealer. Glenn St. in Paragould has great deals every day on all Ford and Mercury vehicles. We also have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles around. Glenn St. in Paragould has an outstanding service department with some of the top technicians in the country. We're located on Highway 49 North in Paragould. Glenn St. Ford, where our price and friendliness bring you here and our service bring you back.
Imagine a future where one company could offer you cable, internet, and phone.
Well, with New Wave, you get digital cable with DVR, HD TV, and an interactive guide.
Unbelievable speed with high-speed internet. And now, even digital phone service, giving you unlimited calling coast to coast. All from one company. Welcome to the future.
Call New Wave Communications now for great installation specials.
Ed, I think you summed it up the best. Just as Gideon makes a run, Richland comes back with a bucket.
Yes, sir. Just as you see Gideon's starting to get the momentum, they're getting a little excited. Richland says, well, here you go. Yep. And after 3 or 4 times of that, it's going to start having its mental effect, I believe, on the Gideon Bulldogs.
Well, Gideon has only been able to cut into this lead at this point with 3 minutes and 50 seconds into this last quarter by only 1 point. They were down 10 to start the quarter, and now they're down 9. Daniel Sexton called timeout, wants to get his team regrouped, give him a little breather, and they've got time. They've got plenty of time. With the 3-point shot, I mean, there's a lot of time, and the way Jordan Boone can put it up, Dustin Horrid can go inside, the way Foster, Miller, and Miller penetrate, anything can happen. On the other hand, it's good to see Mac Thornton come out and shoot the ball a little bit. Drew Thornton is starting to get into the flow of the game and getting underneath where he's so effective.
Absolutely.
And, let's see what happens here. Boone from out the top of the key puts up a 3, will not go. Latham with the rebound and gets hit right in the face. Gideon with the ball, puts it up. Horrid scores it.
There we go.
Dustin Horrid with 8 in the quarter, 10 and a half, 15 in the game, having a nice game. Oh, almost a steal that time by Travis Miller, but Thornton gets it back. Thornton tried to hit Drew Thornton. Horrid with a steal, gets it to Curtis Miller. Then they turn it back over, they being the Gideon Bulldogs. Latham with the ball. Loses it over to Harris. To Mac Thornton to Latham to Harris. Harris inside to Drew Thornton, working against, oh, what a nice reverse. Yep. Drew Thornton with 8 in the quarter, 12 in the game.
Not only used his body, but the bucket as well for a little help.
50-41, 3:10 to go in this game. Richland on top. Boone with the ball, going to work against Harris. Drives a baseline, puts up a one-hander, will not go. Rebounded by John McGarity. Gets it to Mac Thornton. Mac Thornton does a lot to set the tempo and the control of the game. He runs the offense for the Rebels. Gets the ball down to John McGarity. McGarity working against Boone. Turnaround shot will not go. Mac Thornton with the rebound, puts it up and in.
Nice shot.
What a tough shot. He has 4 1/4, 8 in the game. All 8 in the second half. 2:35 to go. Curtis Miller with the ball. Gets it to Boone. Boone going to try to work on Harris. He drives in, puts up a free throw. Will not go. We're going to have a blocking foul.
Mikey Latham.
Mikey Latham.
Sliding in there just a little late.
His first of the game. Going to line to shoot 2 will be Jordan Boone. Gideon is in the 1-1. Boone is 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. He has 18 in the game. 2.5 minutes to go. Knocks this one down. 52-42. Gideon needs to put the. They need to make the run if they're gonna come back. Next one in and out. Ball tipped around and Mac Thornton with the rebound. Gets it to Latham. Gideon in a pressure defense. McGarity inside. What a nice move by the junior, John McGarity. He has 4 1/4, 10 in the game. Boy, what a power move. He wasted no time. He just went right in and up. 64-42.
Nice little shot there by Curtis Miller.
Curtis Miller, his second bucket. He now has 4. Drew Thornton with the ball, kicks it to Harris. 2-on-1. Harris inside, gets it over to McGarity. We're going to have a blocking foul called on.
I think that's Curtis Miller.
Curtis Miller, his second, the team's 4th. Richland will rebound under their own basket. We're going to have a timeout by the Richland Rebels with 1:57 to go, and Richland in the lead with 54-44 with timeout on the floor. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Come and experience how fun shopping can be in beautiful historic downtown Dexter.
If you're looking for floral, framing, and gift ideas, check out Weber's Ben Franklin. Also, Weber's Ben Franklin has cards for all occasions.
Three Rivers Community College is a great place.
A great place.
A great place to start college. Why pay university prices?
When the same classes at TRCC cost a lot less.
I can use A+. I get individual attention.
I'm close to home.
To learn more, go to trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Get started at TRCC.
Single white female, enjoy shopping, long walks, and cuddling. Will you marry me?
Investing with someone you've never met doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones opens offices in our clients' neighborhoods, so you can get investment advice from someone you actually know. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Well, Coach Knight wanted timeout. He wanted to get his offense set. Under 2 minutes to go, you're up 10. You want to protect that lead.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what he's telling these guys. Let's don't get in such a big hurry unless we've got that little chip shot and put it up and in. But if not, bring that ball back out. Let's spread the floor. Let's work some clock.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dean Smith kind of perfected that at North Carolina, didn't he? That
yes.
4-quarter.
I enjoyed watching that. A lot of people didn't. Of course, that's before the shot clock came into play.
I think it's one of the reasons for the shot clock, probably.
It was one of the big reasons for the shot clock.
I can remember watching him and North Carolina, Missouri down in Hawaii. And with about 12 minutes left in the second half, he went to that.
And again, people don't like that, but you know what? It worked. It worked for them, and it works for anybody else, especially if you don't have a shot clock.
Absolutely.
We've got an over and back.
Over and back.
That was created by Jared Foster with the pressure on. When the ball was thrown out to Mac Thornton, he was right there at center line. Foster jumped on him just real quick, and Thornton dribbled the ball, lost control, and took it back over the center line. 1:55 to go. Gideon with the ball. Ball inbounded to Foster. Foster going inside. He goes up, puts up a layup.
Nice little move.
Go.
Didn't get the roll.
The rebound. Harris across the timeline being hounded by, and we're going to have a foul. We're going to have a foul. Let's see what there's called. There's a technical been called. Let's see what the foul is. Foul is going to be on Jared Foster for a hold. Then we're going to have a technical called on Nick Harris. He didn't like the aggressive play of Curtis Miller. So let's see if Richland goes to the line. First of all, Richland's not in the 1-and-1, so they're not going to be able to shoot the ball. The referee's a little bit confused here. He was going to give Richland 1-and-1. They're not in the 1-and-1. Richland was going to get the ball out of bounds. Now the technical's been called on Harris, so Boone's going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, and then Gideon will get the ball out of bounds. Boone's first shot up, scores it. Second one, he scores it. That cuts the lead to 8 with 1:44 to go. Gideon with the ball. They've got a chance to cut into this lead. They don't need the 3.
No.
They do need a bucket. Travis Miller with the ball. You know they're going to be looking to Horrid or Boone. John McGarity that time with nice defensive play, but fell out of bounds with the ball. Gideon will control under their basket with 1.5 minutes to go in this game. They're looking for Boone. They kick it out front to Foster. Foster, tried to get it to Boone. He's got it now. Boone inside for a 16-footer. Scores
Nice shot.
Jordan Boone.
Make it a 6-point game.
Yep.
Minute 17 left.
Yep, foul that time on Travis Miller, his 4th. Still not in the 1-and-1. The next foul by the Gideon Bulldogs will send the Richland Rebels to the line. John McGarity will inbound for the Rebels. All 10 players on the defensive end for the Rebels. Mac Thornton with the ball. And we're going to have a foul on Jared Foster. It's going to be his 2nd. Going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Mac Thornton. Thornton has not been to the free throw line tonight. He has 8 in the game. 1:14 to go. 54-48.
Nice shot.
First one up, scores it. Landon Miller coming back in for John McGarity for the Rebels. 55-48, 1:14 to go in this game. Second one by Thornton up, scores it. Thornton with 10 in the game now. Foster with the ball. Gideon trails by 8. Horrid for 3, scores it. Dustin Horrid wasted no time. Has 13 in the quarter, 15 and a half, 20 in the game. Latham with the ball, gets it to Mac Thornton, who hits a wide open Drew Thornton down at the other end, scores it. Nice ball movement. Drew Thornton with 10 in the quarter, 14 in the game. 45 seconds to go. Horrid for 3, misses it.
Short.
Foul on Jordan Boone of the Gideon Bulldogs. Mac Thornton will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. He just made a 1-and-1 from there just a minute ago. 43 seconds to go. The score is 58-51. Thornton's first free throw will not go, will not get the bonus. Boone with a rebound. Gideon needs to score quick. They still have time. Down in the corner to Miller. Miller puts up a short shot, will not score, will not make it, but he's going to be fouled. I think Mac Thornton is going to pick up that foul. Landon Miller is going to get the foul. It's his 4th, going to the line to shoot 2 will be Travis Miller. He has 4 in the games, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. 35 seconds to go. First free throw up, will not go. Crowd kind of got vocal here at the last half of the
yes, they
quarter,
have.
haven't they? Second one good. 6-point game, 2-possession game. We got a foul on Curtis Miller, his third, going to line to shoot. A 1-and-1 will be Mac Thornton. He's 2 for 3 from there. Just missed his first 1-and-1 there just a minute ago. Before that, he hit his 1-and-1. Thornton with 10 in a game. All 10 here in the second half.
Yes, sir.
Free throw up. Knocks it home. Gets the bonus. That makes it a 3-possession game with 33 seconds to go. Next free throw, scores it. Foster with the ball. Gideon needs to score in a hurry. 3-pointer put up by Miller, will not go. Thornton with the rebound, gets it to Mac Thornton. Quickly down to Miller. Miller going in, puts it up, scores it. Landon Miller now has 11 in the game. 62-52, down to 15 seconds. Horad for 3, will not go. Rebounded by Mikey Latham. The foul is going to be on Curtis Miller. It's going to be his 4th. Going to the line to shoot 2 because the double bonus will be Mikey Latham. He's 1 for 2 from the line. He has 9 tonight in the game, has not scored in the fourth quarter. 10 seconds to go. Richland's going to get the win. They're going to go to 7-6 on the year. Latham now has 10 in the game. Richland will now go to 7-6. Gideon will fall to 4-7, but Gideon will have learned a lot in this game, I believe, Ed.
Yes.
They had a good first half. Second half, they came out, they got kind of hammered in the third quarter. Ball taken away by Richland Rebels. All over to McGarity as the horn goes off. The bucket will not count to end this game. Richland Rebels 64 and the Gideon Bulldogs 52. We'll be back in just a moment with the wrap. You're watching high school basketball on YHC TV.
Glen St. Motors has 2 great locations, Rector, Arkansas and Kennett, Missouri. Glen St. Motor in Rector has all makes, models of GMC Yukon, Sierra trucks, and Acadias. Glen St. Motors in Kennett has Chevrolet, Cadillac, Pontiac, Buick, and GMC trucks. Glen St. Motors located on Highway 49 North in Rector and 1607 Independence in Kennett. Glen St. Motors, where friends bring you here and service brings you back.
Well, welcome back, and let's give a quick recap of this game, Ed. Let's talk about the scoring for the victorious Richland Rebels, who now go to 7-6 on the year. High Point man, Drew Thornton with 14, 12 to Mac Thornton, 11 each to Mikey Latham and Landon Miller, 10 to John McGarity, and 6 to Nick Harris. Good balanced scoring there by the Rebels.
Absolutely, and Drew Thornton, we talked about him the whole game, but he really came alive there offensively in the fourth quarter and kind of sealed the deal for him.
And he posted up down low, and
yes,
that's where he's very effective. And he had to play his defense out front in the guard position as he had Jared Foster in the man-to-man.
Yes,
so it took a lot out of the big guy for Richland. For the Gideon Bulldogs, Jordan Boone had 23, had a great game tonight.
Excellent game.
Dustin Horad had 18, 5 from Travis Miller, 2 each from Curtis Miller and Jake Depro. 9 for 12 from the free throw line. The Gideon Bulldogs, 10 for 15 were the Richland Rebels. Lead changes in this game, if I had this correct, we had 11 lead changes, 8 of those in the first half,
yes,
3 in the second half. And once Richland got the lead and got the momentum going in that second half, they just kind of put it away.
Yes, they did. I'm sure Coach Section is going to want to talk a little bit about that. Richland got their number a couple of minutes into the third quarter there, and Gideon just never really rebounded to overcome that. They picked up the pace, and they pretty well played with them throughout the fourth quarter. But that second half of that third quarter really kind of was the turning point in this game for the Richland Rebels.
Well, Coach Sexton's doing a great job in a rebuilding year for that team. Gideon had very few wins last year. He already has 4 wins this year. Jim Brees was with that program last year and could help mentor Coach Sexton along. And I want to tell you, Gideon is a very improved ball club over what we have seen last year.
Yes, sir.
And my hat's off to those two guys, the way they're working. Again, the way that Gideon has bought into that new defense, and they're smiling. They like it. I want to tell you, when you get kids that like to play defense and can smile about it, sooner or later that program's going to turn, and when it does, they're going to be very strong.
Absolutely, absolutely.
On the other hand, Richland, they needed this win. They had lost 2 in a row coming out of the Christmas tournament, and in the Christmas tournament, they were not as successful as they thought they would be. It was kind of a downtime for them. They kind of hung their heads down. They came out right after the first of the year. East Prairie blew them out in the game. Then they play a very tough Bell City team and only get beat by 14. So they must have learned something from that game. Tonight, the second half, really, they turned it around. It looked like the Richland Rebels from last year.
Absolutely. And I think you mentioned it earlier in the game. They're a relatively young team this year. And so it may have taken a few games getting those under their belt to kind of let everything start clicking and sinking together. But they got it on tonight. That's for darn sure.
Yes, they did. For Ed Gargis, I'm Bill Hampton. Kim Stokes on camera tonight. Glad that you watched high school basketball on YHC TV. And again, thanks to New Wave Cable Company, New Wave Communications, for all the support that they give us to bring you high school basketball. We want to thank all of our advertisers and sponsors that help bring this game. Folks, if you enjoy watching high school basketball, we're doing 47 games this year. If you enjoy that, stop by those sponsors and tell them how much you enjoy it, because we enjoy bringing it to you. Don't forget, if you're out on the roadways, please put those seat belts on, and don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, and look forward to tomorrow. Good night, folks.
Good night.